you are saying that he asked you to basically lose to him on purpose, like to work the match? Wanted to speak to our next guest about his big weekend. He finally had his MMA debut on Friday at LFA 217, and as expected, he was very successful. When Gable Steveson won the Olympic gold medal and was a two-time national champion at the University of Minnesota, I said, this guy is a future MMA champion. And he made us wait a little bit. He went the WWE path. He went to my beloved Buffalo Bills, but now he's in MMA. And I hope it's for the foreseeable future, because I do think that he will be, if he wants to be, an MMA champion. Let's talk to Gable about his successful MMA debut. There he is. Hello, my man. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on the win. Now one and done. You're able to move on. You got it out of the way. What is it like
Yes.
knowing that you're an undefeated MMA fighter?
It's good. I went out there and did the best I could and came out with a dominating performance, as predicted. So just it feels good to go out there and get locked into the cage and feel the real thing.
And so you've competed on big stages before. This was new for you. Correct me if I'm wrong. No amateur fights, right? You went right into it. And so how were you?
Zero.
How were you feeling? Were you nervous? More nervous than as a wrestler, even doing the NFL stuff? How were you feeling?
Just real confident. I had a lot of good people around me. We prepared really well without any amateur fights or any pro fights leading up to this. So just having that confidence that I've always had and being able to go out there and show out and just be dominating is amazing. So we felt good. Obviously, big butterflies. You're locked into it in a cage with someone that wants to take your head off, but you got to do it first to them.
Yeah, the whole fight lasted 98 seconds, so it was very dominant, as you can see by these photos here. By the way, any of those tattoos new? Because I feel like there's some new ones there.
Back one.
The back one, golly, what is it? What does it represent?
It's a half skull with a diamond in his eye with diamond teeth, kind of showing like you can not have everything internally, but have a lot of things in this world, such as money and fame and jewels and stuff like that. And the other side is the angel face, where it's kind of dying and can show that you can have a healthy life, but also cannot be kind of complete. Kind of my own little story.
Okay, I like that, and I dig it. When did you decide that this was going to be the path? Again, we had all been wondering when you would go down this path. When did you actually say, okay, I'm doing this?
I decided probably right when NCAA season came. After NCAAs, I was gonna put on the gloves and make that run, and I stuck to it, and I'm gonna keep sticking to it.
Okay, so this is your thing now.
Yes.
And the decision to go down the LFA path as opposed to maybe some other paths, how did that all come about?
LFA is a great promotion. A lot of the best fighters come from the LFA promotion. They put guys where they need to go, and I believe that we can create the same path for myself. So LFA, they did a great job with me this Friday, and they gave me open arms, especially in my home city. So just amazing, just amazing.
Do you think you will fight for them again?
Sure, I would like to.
Okay.
Of course, yeah. I would like to get back out there and keep showing the world what I'm made of. As you saw, the big takedown to the ground and pound, but man, there's so much more, and I'm excited for people to see.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Was there any part of you that was like, yeah, I love the fact that I finished this guy in 98 seconds, but I kind of wanted to show a little bit more? And are you eager to show a little bit more?
Of course, I'm very eager to show a little bit more. I just want to each time I want to add a little bit more to the game plan, to the process, and show the world there can be a completeness with me. And but the first one is got to be a big takedown. It's got to be what the people want to see. But also, I had a plan on standing up and going out there and showing the world that I have hands too. But the leg was there. You got to take it as a wrestler. Deep down, you got to take that leg and finish the shot and win that fight.
Did you enjoy the whole process, the fight, but also the training camp, like everything that goes into being an MMA fighter?
Yeah, it's a lot different than wrestling. Wrestling, you prepare for 1 7-minute match, and in MMA you prepare for 15 minutes straight of just going out there and brawling with somebody, and someone's gonna fall. And that day, thankfully, it wasn't me. So it's different. It's a different rush. It's a different thing, and it's amazing to be a part of something new and enjoy it and go out there and be free.
Night and day from pro wrestling, right?
Both are great.
I just mean you don't have to worry about promos and all this stuff. You go in there, do the job. No one cares if you say anything.
I mean, you got to do a job in both things. You got to do your thing in pro wrestling, you got to do your thing in MMA, and I'm gonna stick to that.
Okay, fair enough. To have guys like, I mean, that picture there, you have John Jones in your corner, you have Brandon Gibson in your corner, Greg Jackson in
Right?
your corner. I mean, like
Yeah.
this is like a Hall of Fame corner. What is that like?
Oh man, that's it's just a blessing to be able to work with those guys. Brandon Gibson, I met when I was at John's camp. Man, Greg Jackson too, and I've been knowing John for a while just from social media, and then he reached out to me in October to come help with the Stipe camp. So it's a one in a lifetime opportunity to be a part of those guys and kind of see their model and see how they do things backstage before fights and hearing them in the middle of a fight and also way before and being able to kind of dissect great minds. It's amazing.
Those are some of the smartest people to ever be involved in MMA. Greg Jackson, Yoda, everyone loves him. Brandon Gibson can't say enough. One of the nicest human beings that I've ever met, and
Man,
obviously,
all really nice. All
right.
really nice.
And John, obviously, one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest in
Yes.
many people's eyes. So, are you going to be training in Albuquerque? Is that going to be your spot for training camps?
Yes, that'd be my plan. I enjoy my time there. Like I said, I enjoy those guys, man. It's just to be around greatness. I've been in wrestling a long time where we have great teams and have great programs, but it's new to be around guys that you've never really been around, and then they really know the stature and magnitude of what you can be. So, man, I believe in them. They believe in me, and I'm honored to be with them.
I'm assuming no injuries after this fight, right?
No injuries, thankfully.
And so, how quickly would you like to come back?
As quick as possible. I would like to stay active. I would like to keep being me. I would like to keep showing the world who I am. And you only get better by being in there, and I want to keep being in there.
So, fair to say you're going to fight again this year.
I would love to, yes.
I can understand why a UFC, a PFL, any organization under the sun, like if I was running them, I would say, let's just sign this guy now. Let's bring him in right now.
Mhm.
Are those conversations happening, or do you want to take this slow?
I would like to take this slow. I would like to go where I need to go. I'm 1-0. I'm focused on being 2-0. Nothing else.
Okay, so you don't want to like jump. You're not one of those guys who's going to say like, put me in the UFC right now or put me in the PFL right now. I'm ready to go.
The last guy that did that took a couple knees, so no.
Okay, okay. How far away do you think you are from like how many fights do you think you'll need?
Man, if it's there and the UFC looks at me or the PFL or whoever, my goal is to be UFC champion. I want to go out there and be with the best. I want to look the best in the face, and I want to go out there and show the world what I'm made of. And I know I can do it. If those fans think I'm ready and they want to see Gable Steveson and where he needs to go, of course. But in my eyes, do I have things to work on? Of course. And I would keep working on those things and keep showing the project as we go along.
Have you ever met Dana White?
No, I have
Really?
not. I met Hunter Campbell, just not Dana White.
Okay. And the Hunter Campbell meeting, was that like a business meeting or just like a hi, hello, how are you?
It was a very nice meeting with good intentions.
Okay. Was that recently?
April, yes.
Okay, so not that long ago.
No, not that long ago. Yeah.
Would you be okay if they asked you to go through the Contender Series first?
If they look me in the eyes and say it, then you got to do it.
Okay. But you don't feel like you're above that or anything like that?
No, you've known me for a long time. I've never said anything bad about any places. I've never tried to jump the gun. The younger version of me, I'm 25 now. If I was 21, I might have would have said, "Hey, man, throw me out there and let me see the Sharks." But right now, I know where I stand and I know where I can be. And I'm honored to be in a spot with great people around me: John Jones, Brandon Gibson, Greg Jackson, and I have a good team with me. And when they say the time is right, we'll be right there.
I was wondering if before or after the fight, if you heard from your old friend Brock Lesnar, who had a great run in MMA. Did he reach out? Did you hear anything from him?
I heard from Brock after his crazy, surprising WWE return at SummerSlam. Man, the crowd goes crazy for him. They love him. Whenever I see him, it's just a rush of like, wow, that's my favorite athlete. But that's about all.
Okay. Would you be interested in training with him for this endeavor?
Man, I don't know. I mean, if Brock would like to, Brock would be a great person to learn from, of course.
Yeah. Well, he had a great run. He was very successful.
Super great. Yeah, he was.
You were pretty young though when he was in the UFC. Did you watch at that time?
Pretty young, man. Brock was the beast when I was there. Just seeing him and kind of seeing him in person and just seeing the model that he's created for a lot of athletes is crazy. So, man, truly one of a kind.
Could I ask how much did you weigh on the Thursday before the fight?
About 260. and I
Okay.
weighed in at 69
Do you
or 259. Sorry.
259? Do you think that's around the weight that you'll fight at, or do you want to be lower than that?
I am working on getting lower. I've been getting, it's been when I remember when he talked to me about Buffalo, I was about 300 pounds. So I would like to maybe end up about 250 walking around, maybe 245, and then stick with that from there on out.
Did you have to cut weight for this?
No.
Okay. And just like competing for the first time without shoes, what was that like for you?
Fun. You like the shoes because you can kind of grab, you can take an ankle pick and kind of grab the shoe. But man, this really shows that you have to be ready in all areas. I could take a low single shot and a guy could slip out, and that just shows me that I got to take high end shots with high end opponents and really blow through those shots and get down and no problems.
I'd be remiss if I don't ask you about Craig Jones because you were in the news. You
Sure.
were supposed to compete against him. We've heard
Uh-huh.
from him. We haven't heard from you. And so I'd love to know your side of the story. Why didn't that match happen at the end of August
With who?
with Craig Jones?
Oh, yeah, that match was we came about in February. Match was gonna happen. We met up a few times. Everything was all good. Um, Long story short, couple funky stipulations around there that we didn't agree upon. They wanted to keep it. I got turf toe and wasn't there.
Okay, can I ask what those stipulations were? What do you mean by that?
um, there was a look in the eye of saying, "Hey, can you do something for me?" And that's about all.
Can you do something for me? What do you what are you trying to say? What does that mean?
You know what I'm trying to say?
Can I ask what you're trying to say?
Yeah, of course.
Are you implying
I'm
that
just trying to keep it as nice as I'm trying to keep it as nice as possible because when I came out of that match and I had turf toe because I wrestled the whole NCAA season with a bad turf toe, which I got like the second duel of the season, and I went through the whole season with it, even the NCAA finals and everything. So it was lingering, but when it came back, I was like, I can't have another mishap of me falling to someone in a way that's not possible. So that's why I had to pull out. But before that, if you really want to know, there
yes.
was a look in the eye of saying, "Hey, I'm gonna retire after this match. I don't want to take this loss. Can you do this for me?" And we'll leave it as that.
Okay. So in other words, you are saying that he asked you to basically lose to him on purpose, like to work the match, and you didn't
Yes.
want to do that. And so did you get hurt before that or after that?
I was actually lingering the whole time, and so I was kind of baseline, and then just stepped wrong, and turf toe. Like Joe Burrow just got turf toe, and
Yeah.
he's out for 3 months. It could just pop up whenever, and I was dealing with kind of a lingering battle, and just tough.
When you were approached with this idea, and the reason I'm asking you all of this, Gable, is because as you know,
Mhm.
he's very outspoken on social media, and so he has said a lot about you, even
I
in the
know.
aftermath of your win.
Yes.
So I just want to be able to get your side. Uh,
Mhm.
did that ever come up in the buildup? Like when you signed in February, did it ever come up that this was going to be asked of you?
No, I was looking at an exciting match. I was looking at a match that we were going to go out there and sell tickets for and go out there and put on a good show. Eventually, it did. The question did come along. We sat, we thought, we disagreed. We went back to them as time got closer. Just popped up with a bad injury and just had to focus on my next thing. And my next thing is putting the gloves on and making sure that I could take care of what I need to take care of.
There was an implication that the reason you didn't compete against him was because he's at odds with the UFC. Did that come into play at all?
No, I'm sure the UFC does not care. I mean, the UFC has UFC BJJ. They got to take care of their own business, and this is another person's business that we're talking about. So I don't believe so. I have no recollection of that either.
And you stayed pretty quiet as all this was happening in the build up to his event. Was that difficult for you as you're seeing all of this? Probably.
No, man. You've talked to me so many times. I personally did not have any ill intention with pulling out of this match. I my foot. Like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go out there and just limp around and not look good for anybody and make sure everything just runs down a hill that it doesn't need to be run down? I stayed quiet because I'm a man. I'm not going to go out there and speak bad about somebody because something's wrong or something didn't go my way. I look at things in a different way. Maybe he doesn't because he hasn't accomplished anything in his field. He's lost to Gordon Ryan about 3, 4 times. His team, the B team, won the Craig Jones Invitational, but probably shouldn't have. So that's a weird thing too. So I think he's got a lot more digging than worrying about me.
Okay. And is this something you're interested in exploring with him in like do you want to compete against this guy because it's gotten a little personal?
No,
Okay.
leave him the way he needs to be.
And if he never brought this up, would you have still gone through with it? Meaning
Bro, what up?
if the request, as you're saying, to maybe work the match was never brought up, would you have
Sure,
competed?
it was ready. I was ready to go out there and do business with the way business needed to be done. But as time went on, I just flared up. I can't walk a couple of days, or and just it's just not in the best interest to do something like that
And
with what I'm really trying to accomplish with myself.
last thing on this, ultimately was it because you didn't want to be involved in a work match? You felt like it was being sold as a shoot, as they say, and you didn't want to do something like that? Is that the reason why it didn't sit well with you?
Sure, it's a shoot, but I mean, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I, I don't know. I don't know what else we can get at, Ariel.
Okay. How is the toe now?
Good. You know, it has times where I go and I maybe step wrong in a wrestling room or on the wrestling mat or on the jujitsu mat, and I kind of tweak a little bit. But as time goes on, it gets better. But it's just a lingering thing that just, if you ask an NFL player, just doesn't really go away. You just got to keep maintaining it, taking care of it.
Going through, like, you didn't have shoes on, right? So you had no protection. Were you
No.
worried about that in the match on Friday, that he steps on you, he kicks you, something like that?
Sure. I mean, I was worried about more of the people in the comments saying I might lose by toehold. And that was my biggest fear. But of course I'm worried, but I think the adrenaline was pumping and I was in the right spot. My feet felt good. My body feels good. I'm rejuvenated right now, and I'm happy to where I am.
You said earlier that you're focused on this MMA thing, which I think is great news, and I'm very curious to see how it plays out. But at the same time, this Real American Freestyle Wrestling promotion has popped up, like the first real time in a very long time
Yeah.
that someone's trying to, build a promotion around legit freestyle wrestling. Did you see their first event? And if so, what did you think of it?
I thought it was a great first event, man. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. First of all, man,
Yes.
just a WWE legend and a real legend of that entertainment business. But I saw the first event. I thought it was great. I mean, I think everyone wrestled really fantastic and good for them. Very good for them.
Do you have any interest in competing for them?
Um, right now, no. Right now, I had the biggest rush of my life putting on those gloves and getting that victory. I want to keep it that way.
Okay. Because we have seen, like Bo Nickel competed for them and Holly Holm, so we've seen people cross
Yeah.
over, but you want to
Shout
stick
out to them. Yeah.
you want to stick to MMA.
I want to stick to MMA. I want to take it one day at a time. I want to be one. I'm 1-0 right now. I would like to be 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, and then
Yeah.
just keep it going. And man, just believe myself. You got to focus on one thing, and I want to focus on this.
And could I ask Gable, because it's been a minute since we spoke to you, the match against Wyatt was a shocker, right? I mean, everyone just thought you were going to win again.
Sure.
How long did it take for you to get over that and to just kind of move on from that?
It's there's bumps in the road always. There's always going to be whether anything you do. That loss didn't really internally kill me because I was set on ready to do my next thing. Did I wish it would have went another way? Of course, but hats off to him. He did a good job, and hopefully he keeps doing his thing.
Do you have any interest in competing against him again?
If the worlds lined up, the worlds may collide, and there may be a chance. But I know he just went to the world championship and he didn't bring back a medal for USA. That's going to be tough on him. I feel like he's got a lot of other things to worry about and set up a matchup with me.
Okay. And one last one, and maybe this isn't obvious. 2028, is that a possibility, or are you done with the Olympics?
I think the Olympics will be great, especially since it's in LA.
Yeah.
But like I said, my eyes are on keeping the gloves on and keeping myself in that cage.
Is there any chance we see you next month? Like early in someone's career, they may fight once a month. Is it possible we may
Yeah.
see you that quickly?
I got a little thing about November, so I'm hoping around then or just before the new year ends.
Okay. Love that. Well, congratulations on the
Appreciate
first
you.
win, getting out of the way. Looking forward to watching your career progress and to see you on the big stage in, I think, a very, very short amount of time. It's going to be fascinating to watch. Thank you, Gable. And again, congrats. And by the way, I understand you're expecting a child, right?
Baby girl, yes.
When is that? There
January
it is.
3rd. Thank you.
Congrats. Congrats.
Look at those nice pictures of us. No, I
It's
appreciate it.
beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Congrats. And I hope
I
everything
appreciate
goes
it. Thank you.
smoothly. And, obviously you have a lot to be excited and grateful for. So well done.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you.
There he is, Gable Steveson, kind enough to join us, former Buffalo Bill. Yeah, yeah. Fascinating stuff. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.